When it comes to my lure fishing videos, by far the most popular question that people have is about landing net I use on particular fishing session. So today I will give you the answer, since I got a few different nets. For example, this foldable, then one with a little bit longer handle for slightly bigger fish, and then really big net for big pike, big zander, and so on. So yeah, I'm pretty certain you will find plenty of useful information within this video, because I'm quite fussy when it comes to my landing net. Quite often I would choose the right net for right fishing situation. So the first net I will cover is this wading net. As you can see, it's very compact and it comes in its own pouch. It has a little strap to keep everything in place, and the pouch itself can be secured onto you via belt loop here, like so, or using this clip. And then it's very cool. You just pull it out. Sometimes, you know, you will have to pull it out a little bit like harder. I hit my microphone, probably messed up my sound a little bit, but yeah, it just goes out and you can scoop the fish, and the quality of this net is really fantastic. So the mesh itself, it's rubberized, and it has kind of like a tough material around to connect the two, as in the mesh to the frame, and very high quality plastic handle. And also the screws also are kind of non-rusty type. I checked, probably it will be 304 metal screws. So yeah, very high quality, and you should be able to use this net in salt water as well. But yeah, in my opinion, this will be like ultimate trout net when you are wading and lure fishing or fly fishing as well, because it's super compact and it's a decent size. You can easily fit up, I would say, trout up to 60 centimeters, 55 centimeter chub or so 2 kilo chub, no issues at all. And when you want to kind of collapse it, basically the best way, for me at least, so I put one hand just like that and another one just like that, and then just grab it and just twist it, and it just, you know, condenses itself into a tiny little package to go into the pouch. Really great product and cheap product. Again, the idea is not new, it's been around for a few years, but these nets used to be like, or this kind of design used to be very expensive, since, you know, it was kind of new, and they used to cost like, I don't know, $100 per net. Now it's like $10 per net, so it's fantastic. And you can get two sizes, and here I got the bigger one, and it just works beautifully, and I used it a few times. Really love it. So you just pull out, and sometimes you will need extra wiggle, but usually, you know, since you will have like bigger swing and bigger stop in a real fishing situation, it will kind of extend, if you will, every single time. So yeah, fantastic idea, and I love it, and how cheap it is, awesome. And this bag is really cool too. So it has this kind of mesh, if you can see. So basically, just for the water to go out, you know, when you have this mesh or net wet after you landed the fish, for example. Yeah, check it out, great idea. And if you like to wade and, you know, catch trout, grayling, smaller species like perch whilst wading as well, you will love this. Okay, now let's move on to some bigger things. So now I got a couple of nets that are really the same exact design. The difference is the mesh. So here I got kind of rubberized mesh that has kind of nylon or Dyneema mesh that is then covered with rubber or silicone. Again, it's a good design and I like it, but recently I kind of enjoying more using this pure silicone mesh because it has a little bit of stretch, if you can see, and when you land a big fish and it starts thrashing in the net, it just seems like this mesh is just like absorbing, all that kind of thrashing. It just definitely works, and it's very strong. And probably still the best thing about these silicone nets is that they do not stink at all. For example, this particular net, seen hundreds of fish, really hundreds of fish, and I can't smell anything, really fantastic. And yeah, it's a simple design, it has like a folding handle, if you will, that just clicks in place, and when you want to store it away, you just kind of push this thing back and just folds. The only thing really I did for these nets, like originally it comes with a hook, as you can see here, that is orientated like that, so the net itself should be carried by design like clipped in this orientation, if you will, so just like that. But since the handle is like perfect length for me, like 20 maybe 40 centimeters, I would say, I reversed the clip so I was able to carry the net in this orientation. So I just drilled a couple of holes and reversed the clip, and it works better. I don't have to extend it every time, and yeah, these nets definitely can handle almost any trout you will catch in most rivers. And I caught chub and landed successfully up to like 2.5 kilos. Yeah, great nets. They might look quite small for big fish, but obviously you won't be landing like 10 kilo pike with these nets for sure. It's a no bet, as they say. For chub, trout, any fish you can find, they will be fine. And also it's a good thing that you can buy a piece replacement nets themselves or mesh itself quite cheap. Oh, actually I got just one single like breakage that I can see, but again, as I say, this net's seen like hundreds and hundreds of fish already, and yeah, survived well. And some flavors will have a little bit different frame shape. That does not really affect. I like this shape. It's kind of more long than it is wide. Fish are always coming head first to you, and it's better to have longer net like that direction just to scoop it. Also, some of these nets or this flavor of nets will come with a strong magnetic clip, which is a bonus. Sometimes I just clip it like onto my waders, onto some D loop or a ring, and just carry it that way. Yeah, if I would say which one to buy, I would say try this silicone mesh. You will be impressed how low odor it is and how well it lasts and how well it protects the fish. And also what I noticed, G-heads will never ever sometimes you would get a fish, it would start spinning in the net, trout especially, and the attachment loop of the G-head would get kind of twisted in the finer mesh. But this one never happens. And also treble hooks are way, kind of nicer, or this net is playing way nicer with the treble hooks. So yeah, this flavor, again, I will leave a links below for both, as in like covered or rubberized net and silicone net. And lastly, longer nets, right? So first of all, you will be talking about the handles. So I used a lot of handles really in my past, and like last few years I used these coarse handles, but again, they are not ideal. I mean, they are short, quite strong, but this hook, for example, I attached myself because it did not come with one, but now as you can see, it's coming apart already. So, and there are some better options. So for example, this handle from Mifine, again from AliExpress, very affordable, has everything. It's strong, it's light, and it has very high quality clip as well that I checked. It will be made out of, I would say, 304 steel, meaning it won't rust. And also I used this Pro Freestyle. Again, it's still kind of surviving, but for example, check out this clip. This is not a decent steel, it's rusting, especially from inside. Even though I exposed to salt water this net just once, I believe, And also it's not super strong. For example, this first section is decently strong, but the second, it's quite flimsy. I can actually, I hope you can see, I can squeeze the walls and they are bending. So again, for the price, it's okay, but this cheaper option from me find is way better. I mean, the carbon is way better. You can like visually see, and also if I would try to squeeze this like section, yes, I can squeeze it a little bit, but it's way stronger than this freestyle. And also the thread on this, me find, I hope you can see it, it's pinned. So basically what it means, so the thread, which is brass, is glued into the carbon, and then there is like a pin going across. This Spro doesn't have it, even though, you know, it survived well. Like I can't complain really, but yeah, this is like very, very good net, or net handle, should I say. But you will see, since the clip is on this orientation, you will need to obtain something like that. That's a landing net adapter. Oh, by the way, I'll mention that the screw is kind of British type, so I believe it's called 3/8 BSF, as in British Standard Fine, 20 thread count or something. So yeah, and you can get the nets, you know, that are popular in Europe with the same screw or thread, no problem. So it's pretty standard, at least in Europe. And this adapter is the same as well. So how it works, if you've never seen it, basically, let me demonstrate. So it had this kind of shaft or a button, if you will. Then you press it down, and then it releases this bit, and it folds this way. Net head attaches here. I will show you in a sec, but yeah. Then when you want to store it away, you press it again and just flip it back. So I will show you how it works. So basically you screw this thing into the handle itself, right? Then I just will do it like that, so I would have a better angle, and will get this head that I will talk about in a sec. And just to show you all idea, you know, and why you need this adapter if you are getting this net or similar net with a clip that is orientated this way. Obviously you can always reverse the clip. So okay, everything is secure. Now the net is, you know, kind of in a position to land the fish, right? But then when you want to store it away, you press those down, and this net, I don't have much room in my room, folds back. And as you can see, then I can clip it on and carry it this way. Since, you know, this handle is 2.5 meters, it has plenty of weight, and the hook is orientated like right next to the end. The balance is good. I mean, it won't be like trying to fold somehow, you know, weirdly. You can carry like that quite easily. And as I say, when you hook the fish, you want to land it, you just grab it. You're playing your fish, you grab it, you undo this little bit, then it flicks in place, and yeah, you just land your fish. So easy peasy. And yeah, this adapter is very high quality, full metal construction, you know, I would say aluminum maybe. So yeah, it shouldn't rust. You should be able to use it in salt water as well. The handle really is a high quality, hard plastic end cap, strong, very, very light. It has some information, it says carbon, 260 grams and so on. I obtained this handle together with the net as a set. So handle, easy recommendation. Net, even though it's very high quality, you know, net, but I would say it's too big. I mean, in general, for this kind of a net size, you need really like almost like a metal handle, because it's just big and quite deep and relatively heavy compared, you know. So this handle really needs like a carbon framed head or something like that, or just smaller. This one is definitely not that. Again, very high quality, like, you know, it had this kind of curtain style frame, as in mesh attaches to the frame via, you know, inside. You can see brass thread, strong block here. Then the mesh itself, it's a rubberized mesh, if you will, and it's kind of, it has two types of meshes, if you will. So the bottom of the net is, or has like a finer mesh, hope you can see it, and sides are kind of bigger mesh, you know, meaning that to scoop the fish will be quite easy. But again, I would say yes, you can use this net with this handle as it has been sold, you know, as I said, but I would say this handle will shine, you know, for smaller like species, you know, like perch, zander, seabass, something like that. And this net is like, I would say like decent pike size really, because it's, as I say, quite deep and quite large frame too. But again, quality is there. So yeah, I guess I covered everything when it comes to different types of nets. And once again, if you are interested, check those linked in the description below. And yeah, get a few. You will be kind of, if you will get every single net that I talked about, you will be covered in probably 98% of fishing situations. You'll be able to wade out for trout, grayling, perch, chub using super small nets or medium nets, or if you'll be fishing from the bank and you will need like longer handle but strong one, you are covered there too. That's it. Thanks for watching, and over and out.